Now let's take a look at possibly one of the strongest races in the history of South African horse racing. This is the 1993 Queen's Plate.
Track with Aviv Luton, Military Muse is running on with Flaming Rock wider out. Empress Club comes through to take it up, unaware back towards the inside. Flaming Rock's back 2 lengths along the outside. Empress Club's doing it all right. She's out in front with 100 to go and they got no chance with the Galloping Goldmine. Empress Club going on strongly. Flaming Rock trying hard behind that, but Empress Club has won it brilliantly. Flaming Rock second.
Clyde, at the risk of sounding controversial, I would say that not any horse that I've ever heard of would have been able to beat her on that day.
I have to agree with you. She is just incredible, this filly. She turns it on as soon as they press that button. It's like an absolute explosion at the same time. And I'm afraid to say that the race is just on for second.
Well, we've got some inside information for race goers, so take a look at this.
How'd he go?
Geez, if I could have lost those 10 kilos, we couldn't get beaten a Met. He worked like a champion. I just think that it's all up to Tony Millard now. She's 7 to 10, and I guess that she's going to have to do what Mark Anthony did, win by 7 lengths and break the course record, and whatever beats her is going to have to be some kind of a machine. But this little baby worked very well.
That's a big chance they've taken putting you on Empress Club. After knowing you've just worked Empress Club, I'm not going to back her on Saturday.
Well, let's dispel all those fears. It wasn't Empress Club, it was judge and jury courtesy of Corinne Bistel. But don't fear, because we do have some news for you, and that is that Aviv at 25 to 1 represents the best value bet in the race. We spoke to Craig Benton, we spoke to Peter Dillon, and let's take a look at his last run when he shattered the course record at Kenilworth, 2,400 metres, the Abe Bloomberg Memorial.
Aviv moving in along his inside. Captain Marcus and Ballet Legend are wider out in the track. 300 metres left to go. Aviv comes through to grab the lead from Ballet Legend up on the outside. Offensive tone between those two, is trying to fight back. 150 out. Aviv's out in front and galloping on strongly. They got no chance with this one. The rest are chasing for the places, and Aviv goes away to win it very impressively. Aviv wins it by 5 or 6 lengths.
Well, he's drawn 18 on this occasion. The race is 400 metres shorter, but in my opinion, he is the most improved horse in training in South Africa. Clyde, who's your secret fancy behind Empress Club?
I have to go with Flaming Rock. It was a mile last time. I think Flaming Rock is far better over 2,000 metres, although Flaming Rock has already had a chance with Empress Club over 2,000 metres, and that's going back to the Turfentine Administrators Cup of $1.25 million.
Yeah, he was unlucky that day. He was very unlucky, nearly fell, and he wasn't properly acclimatised. He's got to come into the race with a big chance on that run.
Sure, he was running on 2 at the end. He finished about 5 lengths behind Empress Club on the day. I'll be taking exactas, Empress Club and Flaming Rock. It's got to be the best bet in the J&B Met.
Well, before we actually go to Chris Snaith and the guys in the Cape, let's see what Craig Benton had to say about Aviv's dramatic improvement since having moved down to the Cape.
You know, he's done everything we've asked of him. My dad's done a great job getting him readied up in Cape, and you know, to me, he's got a big chance in the Met.
How much does fate play in the Met? That's the big question now. Remember, Peter Dillon has picked up Aviv, so this is a chance ride, and his last chance ride was a winning one when he rode San Carlos in the Star Sprint. Andrew spoke to him earlier in the week, and this is what he said.
The 2000 could be a little bit short, but it's a very big race. It is a prestigious race, and I'm just happy to have one of what I think is a better ride.
A better ride indeed, Clyde, and from an improving horse, let's take a look at 2 champions, Flaming Rock and Spanish Galliard. What do Chris Snaith and Dennis Dry have to say respectively about their charges?
I think he'll run a great race. He's got Empress Club to beat, obviously. He's having a little bit of practice at doing it. He's only got 3 lengths to make up this time, and got 2 furlongs further, 400 metres, should I say. And I think he'll run a great race.
But I think with a little bit of luck, we might be a lot closer than in the Queen's Plate.
Well, those were the opinions of the experts, but what about the opinions of the people who will make up the thronging masses at the Met on Saturday?
Empress Club, got a double sweating, Empress Club.
I don't like Empress Club. The weight is, the draw is not right.
Empress Club is my fancy.
Spanish Galliard.
Well, there you have it from the horse's mouth. And whichever way you would like to remember the 1993 J&B Met, it will always be remembered as the year that Empress Club went to the post as the most worthy and likely to be the shortest price favourite in the history of the race. I'll take Art of V to run second, and the two former July winners, Spanish Galliard and Flaming Rock, to fill the minor money. Well, we're right out of time for this evening, so until 7:30 tomorrow evening, when we'll be bringing you all the action of the 1993 J&B Met, we'll see you at the races.
See How They Run is proudly brought to you by the Racing Clubs of South Africa.